Okay, so come down into your splits here, sitting in your splits, okay? From here, I want you to firstly work on straightening your hips. So from going this movement, scissoring your legs together. Once you've got the scissor, I want you to bring your foot back and forward, okay? Just opening up a little bit more dynamically into the splits and making sure your hip is really rotating to the ground, okay? So about 10 reps, and you'll do it each side with each foot forward. Belly button into spine, up nice and tall, rotating through, so we don't want to have this kind of look, okay? You can use your hands or take them up or up, entirely up to you. Now once you've done that, I'm going to ask you to put your back foot down, making sure it's not rotating left or right, scissoring your legs together, hands in the air, and scissoring up. 1, 2. This is really going to scissor your legs together and get the understanding of the strength that's required in splits, not just flexibility. 3. Now, if you need to begin with, working with your hands on the floor or blocks. So if you were a bit higher up, you can still do this exercise and scissor and scissor. You're still going to feel a lot of dynamic power or strength or flexibility opening in this movement. So it'd be exactly the same on the other leg. Okay, so just so you can see on the other side. So not this open position, not this foot waggle this way or that. Bringing your hips down flat as possible. If you want to just open up into it a little more, twist your body. Okay, this will flatten, this will help you to learn to flatten out your hips if you need that. From there, if you're having your foot down, make sure it doesn't rotate again. Firstly, I'm doing the ankle flexibility, so point your toes, push them forward, keep that hip going down, up nice and tall, straight forward, bring your foot back, open your toes. 10 repetitions. Then from there, from this position, flat foot and scissoring up, okay? Either here, 10 repetitions, or here, 10 repetitions. Okay, once you've done that, and this one is fantastic for working on the over splits, but bear in mind, you can have the block on whatever height, but you don't have to come all the way down, okay? You can be up like this. So what it's going to look like once you know your foot can reach the block, you're going to do 10 reps alternating. You're going to lift your leg up, and you're going to come all the way through, okay? Trying not to touch the ground, and then coming down through here to your splits, okay? You might stay up here with straight hips. Coming all the way back and up. And as you come up, kick back, okay? To open up a little more. Coming all the way forward and down and coming all the way up and back. And then it'll be exactly the same on the other side. Kick up with control, coming all the way forward and down, coming all the way back. May need to adjust your foot. Some of you may look like this, coming forward, getting to here, and then a big, with maybe some utilization of the blocks, sucking up and getting on, okay? That might be where you're starting, but over time, you're going to come into this position without stressing. And the same as coming back, you may start here, and then kind of drag off, and then lift it, and then get through. And that's okay too. I started there as well. Over time, you're going to develop that strength and flexibility. Finally, just to help into these splits a little bit, you are going to work on hip flexor strength. So the first one I'm going to ask you to work on is leaning back, grabbing your toes, sitting up tall, opening your legs up and pulling them back and just pulsing, okay? Sitting up tall, find your balance. If you can't find your balance, just work on sitting up tall for now, okay? And pulsing okay, for about 10 repetitions. From there, letting go and seeing if you can hold yourself up is really, really important, okay? After you've tried 10, 30 or 1 minute, have a break, okay? And the last exercise for this one is leaning forward. You can have your hands behind to help you up if you need to, one behind or two behind. But leaning forward, bringing your legs down, your feet down, lifting up, pushing your hip forward, okay? Don't sit back, squeezing your legs into your hip socket, coming up tall. With control, squeezing your legs back down with control.